Okay. Here we go. Radio's on. Ugh. All right. Good Lord, seatbelt. There we go. You have to be. All right. Oh my goodness, did it again. Here we are. We are in the truck, getting ready to split. We're gonna go and work. My door isn't shut, of course. But anyways, here we go. Heading over to the shop. Gonna get some stuff done, and I'll update you guys once we get there. So here we are. We are in the shop. I had mentioned we're going to work on a local project, which is this car. This is a local customer's. I want to say it's a 2001. All I know is it's between 98 to 02, but I'm pretty sure it's an 01. Pontiac Trans Am is what it is. Obviously, it's not the stock motor. It has a dart block in it. I want to say it's a 427. I might be wrong on that, but it's something like that. It's got Brodex cylinder heads on it. It's got a mast intake, an F1X Pro charger. And so what I need to get done, a couple small things on it. I need to switch out the trans mount bushing. I have a billet aluminum one since the motor is mounted solid with a front and mid plate. I need to replace the rubber bushing with a solid one. So we're gonna do that. And then I need to do the bypass valves and the oxygen sniffers, or the O2 sniffers for the Zoomies. What that means is it connects all four primaries together with a tube so that the ECU can get a sampling of what the air to fuel mixture or the air fuel ratio is. So that's what we're going to try to get done. So what we've got is we have got these two bypass valves is what they are. And as you can tell, it's just a flat flange that bolts on, and the O-ring goes in here and seals up against the bypass valve. So I need to get these fitted up. 2 1/4 inch tube for that. So I'll get these notched and kind of mocked up for that. And then this is just inch tube. Got some inch little bends, and then my stepped O2 bung that'll slip right into the end. But this is what we'll do for the O2 sniffer, so that the ECU can get an idea of what's going on with it. But that's what we're going to be trying to work on, amongst other things. But I would like to get that done this morning so then I can move on to other things. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So I had mentioned we're going to get the blow-off valve or the bypass valves situated. Now, honestly, with this stuff, I'll just eyeball it. There's no reason to make it more complicated than what it is. So I know that the bypass valves are going to come off at an angle about like that. So all I'll do is I'll take my tube like this, I'll set it back behind the tube I'm going to be cutting, and I'll just mark a vague reference line. That's it. Just a vague line. And so now, since this line has a mark on it, I'll take that, and that's where I'll notch it. And then if that is where I kind of want it, then we'll just do the second one just like that. So that's how we'll start this off. Okay, so now we got kind of our basis, right? We got both of our tubes. Just took the tube, cut it directly in half at the exact same. So both pieces, these are going to have the exact same angle. Little deburr tool. What's nice about these things right here, you can get these at like almost any hardware store, and they work really well for especially on aluminum. They work really well for removing good old burrs. So then we're gonna I'll take the shorter tube. Yeah, I think that's about right. If I can notch that one to fit down about here, and the second one about here. So and see you have to keep into account on this transition here, when you notch it, this side of the tube will get a little more material taken away. So it's not gonna set at that angle, it's actually gonna set like that. But both will be able to sit roughly like that. And then once I get them notched up and fit, I'll figure out the length, and then I'll cut them down to length, tack on the flanges, and we'll go from there. So now we're gonna start notching these things out to fit the 4-inch tube there. Real quickly, I know I said I wasn't gonna do a whole lot of talking or informative stuff, and I'm not going to. That's about where it ends in this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these things notched up and fitted up. The next scene you're going to see is either these things actually finish welded on the tube, or at least mocking them up and showing you where they're placed. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so we've got these two pieces are notched, and you can see that this one has a little different deal going on here. The reason that is because the weld on the tube, so you have to account for that. So the weld on the tube is what, makes that gap, but one will sit there and the other one will sit right above it. So that's what we got. I just checked, and I've actually don't have any more aluminum filler rod for this, so I got to run up to my local welding supply and make sure that they have it. But once I get back, I'll get this lower one marked up first, and then I'll get the second one marked up, and then we'll start cutting holes in that charge tube, get these things tacked on there, and then we can see what it'll actually look like on the car. So now what we've got is we've got these legs. They are all welded up to the flanges. So now I got to get them placed on the charge tube, mark them, tack them on, and get that side of it done. So next step is to get these things actually attached to the charge tube. So I got the bypass valves mounted, just 2 tacks on each little tube, but that's how they'll set. And so what I do is I just got a couple tacks on one side, so then I can mark with a carbide scribe around each one, and then I can easily just pop them off. I'll cut the holes, roughly cut them, and then I will go ahead and weld them on, and then I'll take a sanding roll inside and clean up the edges and everything. But that's how they'll look on there, which is gonna be pretty sweet when you're looking straight at the car, since that tube has to kind of come down like that. It almost gives like a perfect window for that. So initially I was gonna do 2 pieces on each side, kind of like have this one pointing off that side, but there wasn't enough room for me to do that with the way the blower is positioned and everything. So went ahead and did this route, which looks really good. So I'll go ahead and pop that thing off there, get the holes roughly cut, and then get her welded up and mounted up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after. So there we go. We got both those on there, mounted up. I did a little couple gussets. I wasn't going to do that, but would rather do a couple little gussets there just so the weight of those things won't crack the foot of the weld there on the tubes. But looks really good, fits nice. It looks really sweet. So there she is. All right, guys, well, that's gonna do it for today. I got some other stuff I'm trying to wrap up here, but I wanted to do a quick little video of that. So the next couple things are the front bar sniffers for the zoomies, as I mentioned earlier, and the trans mount, headlight brackets, and then that's about it. I mean, this thing is really close to being done to where it can be taken by the customer, and then he's got a bunch of other stuff that he's gonna be bolting onto it, the wiring harness, ECU, engine management, that kind of stuff. But for my part, it's almost getting done. We'll probably have one more video of this thing, and then I would like to get on my own projects. But for now, that'll do it. Hope you guys have a good day. It's been really nice out here today. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one. And if you like the videos, this is kind of gonna be the format of them, just pretty straightforward and simple. Didn't do anything crazy, just got these bypass valves mounted on this charge tube and we're gonna keep on trucking. So hope you guys have a good one. If you like the video, like it. If you wanna keep up and stay tuned, feel free to subscribe. If not, that's okay too. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys later.